Beautiful creatures of the world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. It's a beautiful day in the far north of Maine, up along the Canadian border. We are going to be in the high 60s today. It's Monday, and in 2 days, that's Wednesday. The weather station predicts we're going to be up near 71 degrees in the crown of Maine. I hope everybody is having a beautiful fall day wherever you might be. I'm having a day filled with fabulosity and dang good coffee, because everybody needs dang good coffee. If you got that crappy, dirty dishwater coffee, throw it out. You do not need that aggravation in your life, ladies and gentlemen. 15 days before the election. It's only 15 days. 15 days of peace. The vibes are wild. The vibes are wild, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. This is the weirdest election in my lifetime that I have ever experienced. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, I'm finally off my deathbed. What a weird weekend it was. On Friday, I went for a walk. And I was walking up the hill, and I could feel, a little gurgly at the top of my chest, but I wasn't coughing. I wasn't struggling for breath. Just when I inhaled, it was there. And I says, something's coming up. Something's coming on, because I have a thing to do on Wednesday. And I have to be in tip-top shape for this thing. And I got the grandkids on Wednesday. The grand boys are coming on over, and they're going to spend the day with me, Ma, and Papa, and we're going to have a great time. So I can't be sick for this. Got home, told himself there's a gurgly thing when I was walking up the hill. I think I got a cold coming on. You might be watching the boys by yourself. Yeah. He was just going to go take them down and let them throw a little line in the fishing hole. Anyways, long story short, on Saturday, I felt great. We did our running around on Saturday. We went to the craft fair on Saturday. And Saturday night, I had a sneeze. A couple sneezes. No big deal. Sunday, I woke up to continual, non-stop sneezing. And then by the time I went to bed last night, I was so full in the sinus cavity. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a wild one. This is going to be a wild one. I'm going to be sick for the grandboys. Absolutely crazy. I woke up this morning, fit as a fiddle. What the heck is going on? I did load up on Friday, Saturday, and of course yesterday, and today. I loaded up on, this is what I do when I get a cold. I load up on vitamin D. I load up on vitamin C. And of course, I use my elderberry syrup. I put a little elderberry juice in everything. Big cups of water, elderberry juice in it. And I don't know. Maybe it helped. Maybe it didn't help. There's a weird cold going around. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it. And it's quick, though. So if you get it, it's quick. Understand that. And while I'm on my deathbed, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to the content. While I'm on my deathbed, I have my relatives calling from all over the place down at Rhode Island there. The ones that weren't listening. The ones that call me a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, they was calling. Because while I'm on my deathbed, out working in my barn and all, because farm animals don't understand when the farmeress actually needs a rest. You still got to go do your chores no matter how sick you get. It's just like having kids at home. You still got to get up. You still got to take care of your kids. Well, if you own a homestead, you still got to get up. You still got to take care of your animals. And I did get help. I'm kind of making it out to be something that it wasn't. I do have help when I am not feeling good. The king of the castle does help me out. And I'm laying in the bed dying. He's at the kitchen table. My phone is going off like crazy. And I hear him go, oh gosh. Say, what's going on? Nothing, just rest. And my phone is going off and going off. And he's fielding phone calls from the relatives because Xi Jingpang, when I was not feeling good, Xi started nonsense. Xi started nonsense. Made a public announcement for his military to get ready for War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, friends and family that did not listen to me. You got to understand, I'm the family conspiracy theorist. I've been the conspiracy theorist of my family for 25 years. You got a good portion of the family that actually listens to what you have to say, but still picks on you, which is okay. I got broad shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. I got broad shoulders. I could take it. As my grandmother said, the good Lord only gives you what you can handle. So you can handle the picking on, the teasing. You just keep doing you. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks you should be doing. And then I had the side of the family that was just blatant. And they're not going to listen to a dang thing I say, which is okay. That's fine. You don't have to listen to me. But I also don't want to hear you come crying when, things happen that I warned you was going to happen. And you just looked in my face and laughed. So we had the family that does that calling up, very upset, very excited, because Xi Jingpang told his military troops to prepare for war. I was like, you couldn't see this coming? Honestly? But apparently they couldn't see this coming. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, we are not a fear-based channel, but it is time for you to have prepared. Prepared. The time is nigh. The time is nigh is over. Actually, you should have been preparing a long time ago. If you've been with my channel, for almost 2 years now, I have often spoken about, the first year of my channel, I often spoke about the 5-can challenge. You go to the store, you leave the chips on the shelf, you leave the dip on the shelf, all the unhealthy food you leave on the shelf, and you add 5 cans of something your family is going to eat in case of an emergency, such as a hurricane, such as a blizzard, such as having 3 plow drivers is what we had last year in our town. We only had 3 plow drivers to clear all the streets in our very large town. And it was absolutely wild what ended up happening last year. There was people that did not have clear roads, especially elderly people that, can't drive in 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground, even with their 4-wheel drive. They just don't do it. So up here in the far north of Maine, 15 minutes from Canada, most people tend to have a pantry and can weather anything. But a lot of the people that live in the city, y'all don't have pantries. The first year we did this podcast, it was all about the 5-can challenge. Last year, we began the 5-can challenge in January 2024. Now, I have viewers that are already up to 20, 30, 40 extra cans. As soon as things got wild in, I'd say, August, people were really, really starting to feel the vibe, the undertone. And I had a lot of subscribers that were doing the 5-can challenge with me let me know that they were buying 3 to 4 cases of something every single week to put on their pantry. You should have at least 30 days worth of food in your pantry, ladies and gentlemen. 30 days worth of food and water, not only for yourselves, your family, your children, but your pets. Because I don't know what's going to happen during this election cycle. But whatever is going to happen, it does not look good. And the closer we roll to election day, the worse it's actually looking. We have had Kamala Harris being interviewed, and she was asked by the interviewer, is this going to be a free and fair election in the United States? And she said no. We have Jamie Raskin back at it again. In 2016, Jamie Raskin tried to refuse to certify the Trump election. Well, he's back at it now. What they accused Trump of for J6, 2020, where we're still holding political prisoners and all, what they accused Trump of trying to do, they tried to do to him in 2016. And that just kind of all went by the wayside. It did not hit the news very much. And now they're openly saying Jamie Raskin leading the pack. He's a Democrat in Maryland. He's going to do it again. If Trump wins. So here we are. No matter who wins, the other side is going to be very, very angry. And that's the vibe we are feeling in our country today, ladies and gentlemen. You're in your local community. If you want to know where your community stands on a thing, all you got to do is go to the grocery store. Start talking to people while you're waiting in line to check out, and you will hear all about the rising price of groceries to an almost unaffordable point. You will hear all about the high taxes. You will hear all about what it's like, especially when you go on what they call the, up here they call it the quiet hours of shopping. It's mostly when the elderly people go. That's when we like to go grocery shopping. It's very quiet. It's very calm. You get to hear what it's like to live on Social Security and how difficult it is these days, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. And you get to hear a lot of angry undertone in people's voices. And that's where we're sitting as of this moment in the country, 15 days until the election. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, I did not make my 10 minutes or less. Try to do it in 13 minutes or less today. If you have not started stocking up your pantry, I'm going to be an adult about it. You are shit out of luck if you have not even begun. If you have begun, just make sure at the bare minimum, maybe this paycheck and next paycheck. You got 2 paychecks until the election, ladies and gentlemen. Well, most of us have 2 paychecks until the election. Maybe we need to put those paychecks into some food. So what happens if nothing happens on November 5th or 6th? Because, there's talk about shit on November 5th. They've arrested people already. They've arrested immigrants already for threatening to cause crap at the polls on November 5th. There's a lot of stories sliding under the radar, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. The North Korean military assisting Russia in Russia, sending more troops to Russia. We've got Xi Jingpang comes out while I'm on my deathbed. Gee, that was not very nice. All these phone calls, I'm just trying to rest and relax. You already tried to kill me once with the COVID. Don't try to kill me with this craziness that you're doing now. Let me have a rest so I can come back and talk to my audience. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, you need to have food. 30 days worth of food, because the vibes, the woo-woo vibes, they're not doing so good. They're not doing so good. People are lost. People are frightened. People are angry. If you live in the city especially, you need to have a fully stocked pantry for you, your children, and your pets. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, 13 minutes of doom and gloom. Good luck out there. Stay safe. Stay safe, people. And be the kindness that you want to see in the world. If you see somebody struggling, please try to aid them. Try to assist them. And as always, Carpe Diem. Because no one promised us a tomorrow.